The Shadow Thief and the Debt of Darkness Friends. Today we unravel a profound story that connects a seemingly irrational fear in this life to a forgotten act from a past existence. It is a striking reminder that the debts we create in the dark will always demand payment in the light. Meet Ms. Tran. In her early 40s, prosperous and outwardly successful, she lived under a crippling tyranny, the fear of darkness. This wasn't just discomfort, it was a profound, body-shaking terror. From childhood, the moment dusk arrived, she was gripped by dread. Her life became a frantic race against the setting sun. "Master," she confided, her voice trembling as she knelt beside her husband before Venerable Master DuP, "I must light every single room before nightfall. If I don't, I simply can't force myself to enter a dark room to light the lamp later." Her fear was absolute. If an object fell onto the floor in the dark, she wouldn't dare reach for it. Just the sight of a shadow made her shiver uncontrollably. She had sought every logical explanation. She had consulted countless doctors and psychologists. But modern medicine could not diagnose a soul debt. There was no scientific reason for her terror, only a deep, inexplicable wound of the spirit. The Venerable Master, his eyes reflecting timeless wisdom, listened patiently. He then spoke, his voice carrying the weight of the past. "This is not merely a phobia, Ms. Tran. This is an echo of a life long ago. In your previous existence, you were someone we shall call the Shadow Thief." He described a humble village where the woman lived as an impoverished man. He was so poor that even lamp oil was an unaffordable luxury. In the same village lived a benevolent family. On moonless nights, they performed a quiet, generous act. They consistently lit an oil lamp and hung it outside their main gate. This small beacon was a vital lifeline, illuminating the path for travelers, guiding them to their destination and shielding them from the fear that darkness naturally breeds. But the impoverished man, driven by desperate need and a greedy heart, saw an opportunity for theft. Under the cover of deep night, the master recounted, "You would sneak out and secretly steal all the oil from that traveler's lamp, bringing it back to your own home." The consequence of this seemingly minor theft was immense. The guiding light was extinguished, plunging the road into sudden, terrifying darkness. Travelers were left disoriented, filled with panic, unable to discern their path. "You stole the light of hope," the Venerable Master concluded, his gaze gentle but firm. "You deliberately plunged the hearts of others into fear and chaos. As you sow, so shall you reap. The very fear you inflicted upon them is the exact retribution you carry now. You are trapped in a cycle of your own making, forever terrified of the darkness you created for others." The profound truth of the Master's words hung in the air. Ms. Tran's illness was not random. It was a perfectly delivered karmic consequence. The Master's lesson to all of us is clear. Every action, every intent creates a reciprocal force. The darkness we cast upon others, whether through selfish acts, indifference, or malice, will inevitably return to shroud our own path. For Ms. Tran, the path to healing did not lie in medication, but in repentance and generating light both physically and spiritually. Only by wholeheartedly understanding the source of her fear could she begin to dissolve the debt of darkness she incurred long ago. We invite you to reflect on this story. What small, seemingly insignificant acts might you be committing that create darkness or difficulty for others? Leave a comment below to share your thoughts on how Miss Tran can best repay her karmic debt and find true, lasting peace.